The Basilica of Bom Jesus is the most famous church in all of Goa, and it is revered by Christians around the world. Bom Jesus literally means good or infant Jesus, which was the term used to refer to the Son of God in Portuguese colonies. Located in Vela, Goa, the Basilica of Bom Jesus was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in the year 1986. Construction of the church began in 1594 and it was consecrated in May 1605. The prominence of this basilica in the Christian community is because of the fact that it holds the mortal remains of Saint Francis Xavier. Saint Francis, along with Saint Ignatius and Saint Peter Faber, was the founder of the Society of Jesus, also called as the Jesuits. After the death of Francis Xavier on Sanchin Island, his body was taken to Portuguese Malacca, from where it was later shipped to Goa after a period of 2 years. It is said that when the saint's body was brought, it was as fresh as the day it was buried. His remains are preserved carefully in the Basilica of Bom Jesus, where it attracts a large number of people from all over the world. Every 10 years, the body is kept for public viewing and it is considered to be one of the most important events in Goa. The body was last kept for viewing in 2014 and the next time it will happen is in the year 2024. The Basilica of Bom Jesus is India's first minor basilica, which is an honorary term given to some Roman Catholic buildings by the Pope. The most alluring and distinctive aspect of the basilica is its unique architectural style known as Baroque architecture. This style was seen during the late 16th century Italy and was used to reflect the triumphs of the Catholic Church. Rather than the fame, it's the simplicity and elegance of the church that will compel you to explore it in depth.
The first thing that will capture your attention about the basilica is its intricate facade. Take a moment to observe its lofty exterior. The outer part of the church is made from black granite and it uses an exquisite combination of Doric, Ionic and Corinthian architectural styles. If you look at the top center section of the facade, you can see a rectangular structure with the letters IHS carved onto it. If you have been to other Jesuit churches and have paid close attention, you will have seen this abbreviation before. IHS stands for Jesus Hominum Salvator, which is Latin for Jesus, Savior of Men. IHS was adopted by the Jesuits as their fixed emblem in the 17th century.
There is another peculiar feature about the basilica's facade. Notice closely and you will see that it is not plastered on the outside. Basilica of Bom Jesus is the only church in Old Goa that is not plastered on the outside. There is an interesting story to this. In the 1950s, an impassioned Portuguese conservationist stripped off the lime plaster of the church as he believed that the laterite stone, with which the church was made of, would become more durable the longer it was exposed to the nature. Unfortunately, the opposite happened, and without a plaster protection, the carvings of the church became eroded with time. After you've taken your time admiring the church exteriors, you can take your first steps inside the famed Basilica of Bom Jesus.